What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo Leveling Arise video. Sorry about being off yesterday. I was literally on my deathbed. Hope everybody else had a very Merry Christmas. Hopefully much better than mine, because I was literally sleeping for almost 12 plus hours. Needed the rest, so thank you so much for that. And I apologize. I normally don't take time off because I'm a workaholic, but something I really had to do. So I really hope you guys had an amazing time, a great Christmas, and happy holidays to the rest of you. Now, real quick before I go on with the video, I do want to say this: the supporter program is coming to an end. If you have not done so, log in, go to my support section in your login, and click the extend support. You can see here, thanks to Travis here, who already extended. I just want to show his, and you guys can see your codes on the bottom. If you do not do this, guys, next season you won't be able to get into the codes early, and you also may lose your rank. So make sure, guys, if you have not done so, go ahead and extend your support. I want to say big shout out and thank you to everybody who has supported me for this season, last season, and every other season before that, and hopefully for the future seasons as well. We have amazing content all the time and probably the best community out there by far. So I want to say big shout out to you guys. Also, real quick, the 3 codes that are being sent out, I'm doing them all again this morning. This might be the last day to use them, which is going to be the 500 Essence Stones, the Lucky Skill Runes, the Mana Power Extracts. Now, you do have a little bit of time left still for the Essence Stones. That gives you to the 31st, but make sure, guys, I am sending these out as we speak right now to go in and use them right away before they're fully gone. Once they're gone, you can't use them. This is why it's nice and early to get into the extension program, and this is why it's important to actually support as soon as you possibly can, so we can get you guys those codes ASAP. All right, so please, guys, go and extend your support. I'll see you guys in the next season for this, and make sure you use your codes today before they are gone. They might already be gone, to be honest with you. It says UTC +9. I'm not sure what that is in Korean, because it is using Korean time, and today will be the 27th, so I'm hoping you still have a little bit of time left, guys, in order to get that done and to use those codes. Okay, so remember, they have now just been sent already to you. If you're a brand new subscriber or supporter, you'll see them. If you're an existing supporter and you haven't used them, now's the time to do so. All right, let's talk a little bit about SLA and what I want to discuss today. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me questions specifically revolving around simulation and if it's worthwhile still doing 15. And I'll be honest with you guys, they did patch it. Yep, they did patch it. There is definitely a patch going on right now, or there has been a patch applied already, and it is one of the ones that will definitely make 15 much harder. So I personally don't do 15 anymore. I've already completed 15. The only reason to do 15, there's only 2 real reasons, honestly, at this point, is number 1, to get the one-time rewards. If you haven't done them, then it's worthwhile to try to complete it, but it's really hard. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking, hey, Payne, is the overclock been patched? So they've patched it to some extent. All right, it does still exist, and yes, you still can do multi-hit ultimates on it, but the percentage has become pretty much abysmal. All right, so let me show you guys the purpose of doing 15. Really, as mentioned before, is the one-time rewards, and also to get yourself the 600 tokens. At the end of the day, this is really not worth it. It really isn't. It's really tough. As you guys can see, the algorithm this week is decreases break damage but not elemental weakness, and monster attack inflicts the poison effect. So poison is a rough one to deal with, and it is fire and light this week. So here's my suggestion to you guys. Quite honestly, this is what I would do if I were you. 11 and 12 are probably your best bets here to win. Okay, and also to get yourself similar rewards. Now, the one thing you can't do anymore is reset the game to get yourself the overclock simulation, or overclock HP1. It doesn't work. If you reset your game, you lose your ticket. Pretty straightforward. You can re-roll by using your tokens. You can definitely exit a battle and come back in if you're having a hard time with the battle, and you won't lose your ticket. But if you shut down the game and you try to re-roll during a re-roll section, it won't work. It won't work. Okay, so don't bother doing that. So here's the real kicker here, right? 15 is next to impossible at this point, so don't even bother. 15 is way too hard, so don't do that. Now, to get yourself the best bang for buck, like I said, 11 and 12 are your best ones if you can handle it. Now, you guys can see the expected power here is 907 500. I'm gonna go ahead and start 11 for you guys and show you guys what you can get. The goal here is to be able to get yourself purple books. That's the real goal, because that's the stuff that matters the most at the end. And you guys can see 11 does in fact drop purple books, and this is worthwhile going for, because 12, even with 12, it's still a little bit tough. Okay, so what are the best ones to go for in regards to your buffs now if you can't get overclock? Well, we'll go through that real quick and I'll explain to you. Now, the best team ideally to go with is still going to be Thomas, If you can get overclock, it's still Parkegian, believe it or not, because you can reset the battles. But the problem is you're not guaranteed HP overclock, right? So that's a your choice one. You can put as the third one if you want. I still bring Gunhee for survivability. And last week, because the opponent was recovering HP, Cha was a given. This week we have somebody who they do poison now. So in this case, Park actually would be a really good choice to remove that, or Alicia. Believe it or not, Alicia would be a really, really good choice in this case, only because of that poison effect. The poison effect is pretty rough this week, so having somebody that can remove debuffs is a pretty big deal. So that might be a really good choice for you. I believe Hansimi can also do it. Let me just double check here. Protection zone. I don't remember if she can actually. HP recovery, we know that. Support skill is useless here. No, she does debuff zone, that's right. So she removes the stuff on the floor. Lifeline. Yeah, no, so Alicia will probably be a really, really good choice here for the sake of being able to survive through that poison, okay? So you might want to consider putting her in. So let me jump in here real quick and show you guys a run, okay? And I think 11 is going to be the best choice for most of you guys, because a lot of you guys are already in the same power vicinity, and if you can get yourself purple books, you're already doing what you need to do. Again, if the only reason to do 15 at this point, if you haven't already done it, is the one-time rewards and the extra bonuses to increase your skill tree, right? Outside of that, really not required. So let me go into a run. We'll show you guys how it's done. I'll be right back. All right, guys, here we go. So we're going to jump in here. I'm going to show you guys why it's good to do 11. All right, it's pretty straightforward. The reason behind it, of course, is, again, the fact that you can still get the purple books. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the data chips that you can go for, or aka the codes that you should be going for if you don't get HP overclocked. So some of these are really good. Some of them are going to suck, and the ones you want to essentially avoid. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with my run. We'll do one quick run here just to kind of give you guys an idea. So here you guys go. This one is really, really good. Okay, so the overclock effect upon entry, the user's power gauge is charged by 20% and their ultimate gauge increased by 50% when entering a stage. This is really good if you don't have units like Thomas or Charlotte. Anyone else who has a power gauge, like a normal power gauge, like Gunhee and Alicia, this is a great one, okay? So this one, critical effect, when the user regains HP or gains a shield, their critical rate and critical damage goes up by 5% for 5 seconds. Really, really good one as well, too. So we're going to go with this one first, though, because I think it's more important. So you guys go. First one to choose. Most of the overclock ones are, or the HP ones, the HP, or not HP, sorry, just the overclock ones are really worthwhile getting. So let's see here. Defeat an enemy causes a 40% chance to reset cooldowns of users' basic skills and restores 5% of their HP or MP. Is pretty good. Increases damage dealt to targets in break state. None of these really are worthwhile. Let's go ahead and do this one. Let's see. The user's basic skill damage increased by 200% for 30 seconds when entering a stage. User's critical hit basic damage increased by 50%. Increases the critical. That's actually really good. Okay, we're going to go with boosting critical hit effect. There you guys go. That one's a really good one. And then going in here now, we got the boss. And then again, the whole point is to show you guys what you get in the chest, right? And this is why 11 is so much better than... I would honestly, if I were you guys, if you're in the same vicinity of power level as me, going with the 11s is definitely a better choice in my opinion. Stick with 11. Don't even bother with 12. 12 is even actually kind of tough, to be honest with you. So there you guys go. There's the poison right there. I don't know if you guys saw that, right? So poison definitely messes you up hard there. And you can use Alicia here to remove it. Right there, you guys saw it's gone, right? So beauty of having Alicia on the team. All right, so let's see here. We have power gauge increase. So we can increase this one by 1. Increases critical hit of all ultimates. And then when the user does basic attacks, it increases their HP. I'm going to go ahead and enhance this one. Okay, now look, watch this. Okay, all you care about is this, guys, right here, right there. See those purple books? That's all that matters at the end of the day. Nothing else really matters. It's just going for those. So seriously, stick with going with 11. 11 is going to probably be the best in regards to power level and completion ability, because if you go anything more than that, it's going to be a lot more difficult to finish, and you have a chance of losing your key. And I promise you guys, bosses, they get really, really hard. So definitely worthwhile sticking to that and not going any further. Okay, you guys can see there, power gauge is fully up. Go and freeze the boss. Bring Gunhee in. This team actually will do really well. Again, that poison is very deadly. You don't want to, even if you have a shield, it'll eat through the shield fairly quickly. So just be very careful. Actually, I wasted that ult there. Wasn't necessary. We don't have dark. Shield equal. A shield effect equal to 10% of the max HP is granted to every team every 10 seconds. That's actually a really good one. If you're looking for survivability, that's a really, really good one. Stick with that. There you guys go. Move over to the next one. Now, I personally like to approach each battle so I can get myself, like, it's nice to get the treasure chest, but I want to keep getting codes, right? That's the important part. All right, going in here. You guys can see the break is much harder than this one. See if we can break her. And this is why it's so important. Look at that poison. See, someone like Gun who can reapply his shield non-stop is not going to be affected by it as much. So if you have shielders, you might be okay in this fight, but if you don't have a shielder, it's gonna be a lot more difficult. All right, so hitting with a QT that deals water damage, summons a spike that does mighty damage. Oh, that's really good actually. Since we have a shielder, we're gonna go ahead and choose that legendary one. There you guys go. So, and that's the beauty of bringing somebody like Alicia in here. You might get lucky and get something like that instead, right? There you guys go. Look, and let's just do a boss for now. Like, the bosses are a lot more difficult. I will say this. And I think it's Cha, right? Oh, I hate her. Okay. She's no joke in this. She hits hard, man. Okay, there we go. Ultimate. Just be careful of her AoEs. They hit so freaking hard, man. Just watch out for that massive one right there. That AoE that she does, it hits the entire screen. You can't get away from it either. Here's that spike that we talked about, right? We have a new spike there. Okay, just be careful here because she's going into her next phase. There we go. There's a break. And look, we have a lot of time. If you did this on 12, I promise you, this would have been like almost really, really hard. Like, I remember doing this on 12 and actually struggling with this fight. 11 is way, way better. Okay, here we go. Ultimate. Be careful of Saz coming in here. Here, we're gonna do this. Get that extra mighty break in there, or not mighty break, but the mighty damage. And look, we got a minute left, right? So plenty of time to finish this off, luckily. And there it is, right there. All right, there we go. There's another one right there, hitting with a light damage attack. There's a beam, ensures a critical. Hitting with an ultimate skill that deals water damage, deals more spike. Okay, we're going to do this one again. See, and this is, again, beauty of bringing Alicia. I got very lucky with that, obviously, but there's a reason why you sometimes want to bring someone who's better, who doesn't fit the element, and that can help you do some sort of crowd control. But there you guys go, right? There's all the purple books. Again, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for those purple books, and now you can continue going. So there you guys go. I hope this actually helped you out. I think going with 11 personally is the best choice. If you can do 12, obviously push for 12. You get a couple more books here and there, but it's really not going to do much of a difference. But I promise you guys, don't do 15 right now. 15 is really, really tough. Unless you're getting overclocked and you're getting really lucky with it, it's not worthwhile doing. But everything else from there should be doable from 11 to 12. I would stick to that vicinity just to make it easier for yourself. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.